You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. And now TSPN's proud to present Monday with Monique.
Hi, welcome to Mondays with Monique, first and third Mondays of every month. I'm Monique Grosade, and I'm so happy that you're out there watching. I have a dear friend and a super neat guest for the show today. His name is Paul Abbott. We kind of nickname him Paulie. He's worked at the American Exchange, which is now under new ownership, so we'll talk a little bit about the cool news. And Paul's going to whip up some awesome cocktails, and I'm going to make a few little things to go with it. So don't go away. I'll be right back.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
Welcome back to Mondays with Monique. I am here with Paul Abbott, and Paul is a bartender over at was American Exchange Hotel. We knew it as American Exchange in Pilates. As you might know already, it's changed hands, and so there's new owners. So, Paul, if you wouldn't mind, give me a little bit of information. What has the transition been? Who are the new owners, if they don't mind saying, and what's going on?
Okay, transition has been nice. The new owners are, there's two groups of partners. You have Chuck and then his wife, and then another group, Darius and Caroline. Okay. And Chuck and his wife actually are locals. They live in the converted church over in Amador City, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. And they actually tried to buy the hotel one time before, about 10 years ago. So I think they've had their eye on it for a little while.
Oh, I'm sure.
And the other group is a pair down from the Bay Area, and they've been running a catering company down there, catering big events for bigwig corporations down there in the Bay Area, and they've got all kinds of new and exciting ideas, for this place. They want to, fix it up a little bit and get some new stuff on the menu, and I'm pretty excited about it. So
it's good to know that the new owners have food experience because running a hotel, I wouldn't say it's easy. I've done it before, but that's a little more simple-minded than the whole restaurant business and the bar business. To me, and I've worked in restaurants before and bars, that is a super unique niche of a business and how to do it well.
Sure, absolutely, definitely a lot to it. Restaurant, you got a lot of moving parts, and that's kind of why I like where I'm at in the bar. It's pretty simple. You just make drinks and
talk to the guests, make them happy.
Yeah, I'm kind of like a one-man show down there in the bar, and I like it that way. So.
What's really neat and important about being the bartender is typically, unless you're checking into the hotel, you're the first bright and shining face that people see. And I remember when I saw you the first time when I first moved to the area, and you were standing behind the bar there, and I'm like, oh, he looks nice. He looks approachable. And that's you're the greeter for the company. So your bright and shining face is what most people see first, and you're the one to kind of make them feel welcome and comfortable, and you're basically showing hospitality for the business to tourists or even our local folks that come in.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I really do love working there. It's a great place. I get to meet so many people, and I feel like I've lived here my whole life, and I've only just moved here not that long ago, and it's just been a great opportunity. I get to talk to everybody in the town and hear what they have to say, and
maybe a little too much information.
Sometimes maybe you hear some things you shouldn't have heard, but all in all, it's a great experience, and I love it.
So you have kind of like the hairdresser's oath, what you hear in the chair stays in the chair?
Exactly.
Yeah,
basically.
Good. That's good to know. I'll remember that one. Where'd you grow up at?
I grew up down in Oakland. I lived there till I was about in high school, and then I moved just outside of Oakland to a town called Castro Valley. Lived there most of my life, and the Bay Area is fun, but it's quite a busy place and lots of cars and people everywhere. So I needed a change, and I'd been up here and visited Amador a few times, and ended up getting a job here, and that was about 5 years ago, and here I am.
Were your folks here first?
They were here first. My mom had retired up to Amador County, and she had a house up in Pioneer, up in the woods up there. And I just thought it was a nice, peaceful spot, and someplace different. Little slow it down a little bit.
I have to brag terribly about your parents. two people that I dearly, dearly love, and it's Bob and Ronnie Bonilla. And they are so sweet, so wonderful. Now, Bob still manages the restaurant.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yep.
What a dear heart. And he has a personality like yours that just shines, you know. Super great guy, makes you feel welcome, kind of excited to be there. And then your mom is the nicest woman to talk to. She's obviously well educated. You can see her intelligence. And what a lovely, lovely lady at heart. I love your folks. I absolutely love them. And so I always get excited when I come in to see you because I think, oh, maybe Ronnie will be there, and I know I'll see Bob in the restaurant. And so with that like super great hometown feeling, how can people not feel welcome, you know?
Sure, absolutely. Yes.
Where'd you go to college at?
I went to college at University California in Santa Barbara.
Oh, not a bad spot. My daughter's thinking about that.
Yeah, it's a great school. You know, most people think all we do is sit on the beach and drink beer all day, but they actually do a lot of good work down there.
Yeah.
So it's a great school, really great school.
I think it used to have the party reputation, but
Yeah.
they're much more academic. I went
Yeah.
down and saw them during spring break and kind of grilled over it, thinking, is she going to get academics and beer drinking, or is she really going to learn something? And they've cracked down, and the school is beautiful, but
It is.
you can tell they're really high in academics right now.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
they have like a really good long-running status too. So, with our new owners in hand, the name of the hotel is?
Hotel Sutter will be the name.
Hotel Sutter.
Yes.
Is the restaurant going to have a different name?
It's all going to be Hotel Sutter.
Okay.
The restaurant, hotel, bar, everything. It's all going to be under the Hotel Sutter name. And they're going to change up the front of the building a little bit, try to make it a little more, approachable. And so I'm looking forward to some of the changes that are going to be coming in there.
Change is good.
Yeah.
It's exciting, and when you know that the staff is good and you obviously all working together, it's just fun. I mean, it's like moving. I know everybody hates to move and they don't want to pack, but going out and venturing into that new space again, it's cool. It feels good.
Yeah.
And it kind of brings a fresh eye to the business. When you do little changes, even if they're cosmetic, all of a sudden you're like, oh, I never noticed that about, the hotel, and I've never seen that before. So what about the annex downstairs? Is that going to still be the annex?
Yes. As far as I know, they are going to keep the annex downstairs, and they have been talking about lengthening the bar upstairs in Pilates, which I'm sure some people will be happy about. Give them a nice long bar where they can, sit down with their friends and have a beer together. So,
Sure.
We'll see. We're looking forward to some of the changes. Probably start seeing some of them as we get towards the end of the year here.
Yeah,
Start seeing
it
some
takes
things happening.
time.
Yeah, they're going to do a little bit at a time, so I don't think the place will close down for any long period.
Oh, good.
Throughout the whole
Through the
renovation.
renovations. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
That's really neat. So what's the most ordered drink currently at the place that you work?
Most ordered drink, I would say, is probably a vodka cranberry.
Really? So
For some reason,
easy,
yeah,
huh?
everybody loves their
Is there
vodka
a name for
cranberries.
that?
It is called a Cape Cod, actually.
Cape Cod,
But
okay.
you rarely hear it said as such.
Yeah,
Yeah.
vodka cran.
Vodka cranberry. I don't know why people like it,
It's refreshing, that's for sure,
Yeah,
during the
yeah,
summer.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
what is your favorite cocktail to make? Is there anything that you go, oh, I like making this?
Well, I like to think that I make a good lemon drop.
I can attest to that.
It's a little more involved than a usual drink. I like to squeeze the fresh lemons in there and shake them around with the peels inside of it. And you get that pulp and the oils from the skin.
Zest,
It makes it
yeah.
a really zesty drink.
And
it
not
tastes,
overly sweet, I've noticed.
tastes like hand-squeezed lemonade almost.
So you're going to make us a couple cocktails when we come back. We're going to
Sure.
go just to a really quick, short
Sure.
commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to be in the kitchen. And you're going to cook up some cocktails. And I'm going to make a couple things to go with it. So Paul Abbott, everybody. We will be back shortly. Stay tuned.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.